I didn't even notice how broke I was getting until I checked my bank account at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday and felt that sick feeling in my stomach. You know, the one where you just sit there and go, where did it all go? That night, I made a weird decision. I pulled out every card from my wallet, debit, credit, all of it, put them in a drawer, and I told myself 30 days, cash only, let's see what happens. Week 1 was humbling. I went to the grocery store with $80 cash. That's it. And I'll never forget standing in that aisle, putting back a $7 bottle of fancy olive oil because the math wasn't working out. And here's the thing, I've spent $7 on a coffee without even blinking, without even thinking. But holding a physical bill, suddenly every dollar feels like it has weight, like it actually means something. Psychologists call it the pain of paying. When you swipe, your brain barely registers it, but when you hand over a $20 and watch it leave your hand, you feel it. And that feeling changed everything for me. By week 2, something quietly started shifting. I stopped ordering food delivery. Not because I told myself I couldn't, but because I saw the cash I'd have to hand over and I thought, I can just cook. I started walking more. Not for health, just because I didn't want to pay for an Uber when I could see the money in my pocket. And those walks, some of the best thinking I've done in years. I also started noticing how much I was spending to fill time. Boredom purchases, impulse buys, retail therapy. When you're on a card, those are invisible. When you're on cash, you catch yourself mid-thought going, do I actually want this or am I just bored? That question alone was worth the whole experiment. I'm not going to pretend it was all peaceful and enlightening. Week 3 had moments that were genuinely uncomfortable. I went to dinner with friends. The bill came. Everyone tapped their phones. I pulled out cash, actual bills, and my friend looked at me like I was returning a library book from 2003. Social stuff is where cashless culture really shows up. Splitting apps, Venmo requests, contactless everything. There were moments I felt out of step, like I'd opted out of something everyone else was plugged into. But here's what surprised me. I was present in a way I hadn't been in a long time. Not distracted by a phone, not mindlessly tapping through checkout. I was choosing every single thing I spent money on, consciously, every time. By week 4, I had saved $340 more than any other month in the past year. Just from being aware, not from a budget app, not from a spreadsheet, just from holding my money in my hands. But the money wasn't even the biggest thing I took away from this. It was the realization that I had been spending emotionally for years. When I was stressed, I bought something. When I was bored, I ordered something. When I wanted to feel better, I swiped. And the card made it so easy to never have to sit with those feelings. Cash forced me to pause. And in that pause, I started making different choices. I'm not here to tell you to throw your credit cards away. That's not the point. The point is, I didn't know how disconnected I was from my own money until I had to touch it, until I had to count it, until it could run out. 30 days of cash didn't fix my finances, but it changed how I think about spending. And honestly, that's worth more than any savings. If you've ever looked at your bank account and thought, where did it all go? Maybe give it a try. Just 30 days. See what happens when your money is real again. Try it for just 1 week. You might surprise yourself.